Oh, hello guys. Hello property lovers. Welcome to Property Focus, your window into the world of architecture, building, construction and real estate. Owen Ochieng reached out to us and asked Property Focus document something on off-grid solutions, energy solutions, and luckily we got one we thought was quite interesting. Off-grid energy meaning completely disconnected from the national energy grid. We look at a solution where one can generate energy for a household. Welcome to Property Focus. I'm your host, Peter Ngigi. Well, thank you for tuning in and staying tuned. Now, Daniel over here is a sustainable renewable energy expert, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about this device. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, and tell us about yourself.
My name is Daniel Mungai.
Yes.
I'm an agribusiness and renewable energy expert.
Yes.
I've been working in the agribusiness and renewable energy space for 5 years, specifically on the biogas sector. Yeah.
So what do we have here?
Well, yeah, so this is a biogas technology. It's an innovation from Israel, and that converts organic waste into very, very amazing product, usable energy, and also biofertilizer.
List what is defined as organic waste.
Yeah, so organic waste basically is a household waste that we generate. This could be kitchen waste, potato peels, market waste, and also farm waste, which could be crop residue, and also animal waste, which could be cow manure, pig waste, and any waste that can actually biodegrade. Yeah.
So you put in the waste where?
So basically, the system has an inlet, and it has an outlet. So you put the waste in the inlet, and the waste goes in the digester, and then there is through a biological process, we have a breaking down of the organic matter by bacteria to the now gas, which is actually methane, which is a natural gas, and also organic fertilizer, which is a super safe and very, very nutrient-adorned kind of fertilizer.
Daniel, how does one tell the system is operating optimally?
So there are different ways that you can see. As you can see, our system is on the ground, meaning that you can visually see whether the system is healthy. But basically, you look at the apartment, because we have the digester here and we have the gas storage. In the gas storage, when the system is full, like you can see now, you know that the system is working because you can see the gas. If the system is not working, definitely you don't have gas filling up in the system. That is one of the things. The other thing is you will realize with the amount of gas that comes in the kitchen, because for this system we say it gives you about 6 hours of cooking. So for example, if you get lesser than that, definitely you understand that the system may not be working optimally.
How much material does one need to put into this system?
So this system uses, in regards to kitchen waste, because we have different kind of waste. Kitchen waste and undigested waste have more energy. So kitchen waste and other potato peels, you put about 18 kgs in the system. For animal waste, which is more processed by the animal, you put about 45 kgs of animal waste.
Now, is this device only used in the rural areas, or is it also used in the city?
Well, this technology is for all homes, and that's why we call it home biogas. So basically, you can use it in the rural area. We have it in in the urban area, and even in the rural area. In Kenya, we have it in more than 20 counties, as far as Kisumu, and even having farmers in the rural areas putting the system, because the system is pretty interesting and easy to use. So you just put it on the ground. You don't need to do any excavation. So that means you can put it anywhere, either in a small space or in a big piece of land.
Okay, so how often does one have to generate waste to use this system?
So basically it will depend with the type of waste. For example, if you're talking about household waste, all of us generated some waste in the morning. We took some breakfast, and that means we had something that was left, and that will happen. So basically we generate waste all the time, but the system requires once feeding in the morning. So once you feed once in the morning with whatever waste you have, then that is good to keep the system moving. For like livestock farmers, cow farmers, with pigs, they generate, depending on how much waste to generate. With our limitation of the minimum of 45 kgs, we advise that you put the waste in the morning once a day, And then the system itself will actually digest the waste and give you out the biofertilizer through its own process. So your work is just to put the waste, and everything else runs well. So the idea here is you just put once in a day. That is one of the factors that we consider actually when we're installing the system. One of the factors is we look at the amount of waste that you have. We advise the size of the system you can install. And we also look at the energy needs. So we don't want to give you a system and give you energy that you cannot really exhaust, because one of the other disadvantages that will come out of it is if we release this kind of methane in the atmosphere. It's one of the greenhouse gas that really cause climate change. Yeah.
Amazing. Brilliant. Give us your parting shot. This is fantastic.
So I would really urge our viewers to really adopt this kind of technology, because everything now is moving to sustainable solution. And honestly speaking, I feel that all of us have a responsibility to take care of ourselves and take care of the environment. And this is one of the ways I consider that you're able to take care of the environment, because if I am able to manage the small waste I have, then I don't have to load it on the municipal council. If I'm able to generate my own waste, because this is really a sufficient way of generating my own energy, then it means that I don't need to rely on the conventional way of cooking, which, energy actually contribute about 60% of, the greenhouse emission. So it means that I'm self-sufficient. And this is really interesting for me, and I think it's something I would like to urge our viewers. When we are developing our property, when we are thinking about building and everything else, this is a must-have in our households.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming onto the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's amazing the amount of things that are just being done in the sustainable space. You only caught this on Property Focus. When you look at it, recycling is the right thing to do, and we're going to have a chat with an expert to tell us a little bit more about this product. Good. Well, thank you for coming onto the show, and welcome once again.
Thank you for coming back to us.
Briefly introduce yourself. I know you, but our viewers need to get to know you a bit better.
I'm Omri Cohen. I am the CEO of Kailot Kenya. Kailot Kenya is an expert in renewable and off-grid technologies invented and manufactured in Israel. Yes. And we are here to talk about home biogas, which is one of our main technologies.
Now, what areas do you specialize in when it comes to how buildings interact with renewable, sustainable products?
So there's few projects that we have, like water purification and solar water heaters, but the main one is the home biogas, yes, which is an amazing technology converting waste into cooking gas and agricultural fertilizer.
With waste, you say, what waste are we talking about?
Okay, waste is actually organic waste. So the best is cow dung because of the microorganisms, and you will hear from the experts later. Okay. But any organic waste like food waste, animal manure, that can be used in the biogas to convert waste into gas.
Now, what need did you identify in the market when you were starting out here in Kenya?
Everybody knows about solar, everybody knows about water problems, but not everybody knows about clean cooking issues that Kenyans are encountering. Kenyans today mainly cook with charcoal or wood, and that is a very, very dangerous way to cook because of inhalation of smoke. And yes, in the world today, about 4.5 million people die every year from smoke inhalation. Yes. And the pollution of cooking with charcoals is, I think, around 2% of the world's reason for pollution. Yeah. On top of everything, if you probably show this picture later, yes, you'll see that there's hardly any forest left in Kenya. Yes. In comparison to Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania, Burundi. Yes. Kenya is dry. Yes. And that is a serious effect, yes, on the environment.
Now, based on your research, how can Kenyans benefit from the uptake of this sustainable, renewable product?
Well, first of all, it's a money-saving technology, because people are now spending about 5,000 to 10,000 shillings depending on how much they cook, on charcoals or on LPG, this is free. It's free cooking. It's converting waste into cooking gas. Now you win about 6 hours of cooking gas, which is quite a lot for a family. Another advantage is that you can use the fertilizer that comes out as a byproduct from the biogas to improve the productivity of your agriculture, even if it's domestic or if it's commercial.
Now, I know you had touched on this, but globally, if we continue to ignore the use of sustainable products, what's likely to happen?
As I mentioned before, first of all, you can see that Kenya is already suffering from being one of the leading countries that is losing trees. So it's not something that we make up or Kalot makes up. It's something that you can read all over the place. You can also see that the temperatures in the world and also in Kenya have been rising for the last 100 years significantly because of the loss of forestry. So what we are trying to promote here is few things. On the global scale is, first of all, stop cutting trees. Yes. Stop using charcoals. Yes. Stop helping the global warming. Yes. On the personal level, you can win or save a lot of money. You can get 6 hours of clean cooking. Clean cooking means that you don't inhale smoke. Yes. Clean cooking means that you don't get any risks of flammable LPG. Clean cooking means that you can use your waste that is usually been thrown to convert your waste into proper energy and cooking gas, which is free gas.
So no more black cooking pots or sufurias for that matter?
No, not at all. And no smell, by the way. No smell.
No smell at all? Okay.
No smell from the manure and no smell from the gas itself.
Well, Omri, give us your parting shot.
Look, I would say that, like I used to say in the past when we met, there's many companies that bring all kinds of solutions. Israel is known for its quality. I urge you to come and check these technologies out, and especially the biogas, because it's going to make your life much better, healthier, converting whatever you're doing now to a clean cooking solution. Most important thing, Peter, is be part of the solution, not the pollution.
Lovely. Like it. Thank you for coming onto the show.
Thank you for having us.
Remember, guys, as Omri says, be part of the solution and not the pollution. Stay tuned. We've got more on this sustainable material. We're going to get right back in just a moment. That was amazing. We've got our billboards up next and a materials profile with Mike thereon after. Stay tuned. Did you know that with a home biogas system you can produce up to 6 hours of cooking gas per day from animal waste and kitchen waste? Our biogas system is built to help you save money and live a smoke-free and healthier life. To learn more, call us at 0111 212 242 or visit our website at www.kalot.co.ke. Well, thank you for staying with us and welcome back. Now we're going to learn from our expert on sustainable energy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Michael Munuve.
Yes.
I work with Kalot Kenya, and I'm the home biogas technician.
Tell us about this particular product.
Okay, home biogas system is just an Israeli-based product, which here in Kenya, Kalot, we are the distributors. So this is just a simple system. It converts organic waste into natural clean cooking gas, and also gives you a natural liquid fertilizer, which you can use in your farm.
How do you know if this product is working optimally?
In hot weather conditions, it performs best. Okay, in cold seasons like now, you might notice at your stove the flame is a bit low. Yeah, that's understandable because all biogases, they have a bit of challenges in cold seasons. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you install this product?
There are a few things before installation that we consider. First, the client has to have their availability source of waste.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to have water. We need a lot of water. Yeah, and then you need to have the space that the system can fit in. It should, because we consider like 3 things before installing the system. 1, the system should be opened in an open place, and it should not be under a shade. It should also be installed on a flat level ground. Yeah, and it should also be installed nearest to the kitchen, not more than 20 meters, because we consider the pressure of, as you know, the pressure of biogas is not as compressed as the LPG gas. So when you put it further from your kitchen, the pressure will be a bit low. We have requirements that you need to have before we come to the site.
For the pressure?
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll just start with the cow dung. Yeah, you need to have 4 drums. The 200-liter drum, you need to have 4 of them. That's roughly 800 liters. Water, we need like 4,500 liters. Yeah, and also we need wheelbarrows, 2 wheelbarrows of sand. Yeah, and that's all. When we have those, we are good to go. For the sand, we put them in. We have the sandbags provided with you in the unit. The sandbags are used for compressing the gas to flow to your kitchen. Yeah, without the sandbags, you might be telling maybe your children to go lie to the system and then for you to get the pressure. Yeah.
Can this device be used in the city? I can see here it's a garden area. Can it be used in urban areas?
Yeah. As this home biogas system, it can be used also in urban areas, not only in rural areas, because we have an option. Not only cow dung, you can also use food scraps. Yeah. But for the initial installation, you need cow dung.
Yes.
Yeah, when you have cow dung, we can do for the initial installation. Yeah. Afterwards, after the process has already activated, then you can use food scraps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once it's already set up, how then do you put in the food scraps or the cow dung? How does the process all happen?
Once it's installed, we give it a period of like 2 weeks for the process to activate. After the activation process, now the bag is already full, the gas tank. So the key thing with the system is feeding.
Yes.
So in the morning, after, like if you activated it yesterday, the next day in the morning you should start feeding. So the feeding ratio is 1 to 2. So if you have like 1 bucket of cow dung, you have to dilute it with 2 buckets of water.
So that's for cow dung. Yeah. What about food scraps?
If it's food scraps, ratio is 1 to 1. And this goes for the 20-liter bucket. Yeah. So if it's, I was saying if it's cow dung, the ratio is 1 to 2, but the buckets you put in there are 4 buckets of the solution. Yeah, so 4 buckets each day, then you can get your 6 hours of cooking gas.
Give us your parting shot.
Technically, what I can say, this is just a simple system. Yes. It's not that complex. Yeah. It's easy to install. Yes. It gives you both cooking gas and a clean natural fertilizer, which you can use in your farm. Yeah. In fact, the liquid fertilizer, some people are selling it. So I think it's an added advantage to the farmer. Yeah. The other thing, the system is not permanent. You can move it. And also, we as K-Lots, we say this, be a part of the solution, don't be part of the pollution. Yeah. In addition, stop cutting trees and use this sustainable solution.
I like it. Stop cutting trees and use sustainable products. Well, super amazing. Who knew? Just from this, you could cook up a meal. Fantastic. Just love the solutions that are coming into play. Now, if you want more topics, reach out to us on our socials. We'll be more than happy to hear from you. But for now, ciao. See you later. See you next week. Same time, same place. I've been your host, Peter Ngigi.